Hey guys, what's up? Dingocrikey here, and I've been dreading making this video, but I figured that now was a better time than any. You've probably noticed that there hasn't been as many regular uploads in the past month, and that overall the whole upload schedule has been all over the place and not really consistent. I'm not going to get into all of the details, but simply put, I've been contemplating the fate of the channel, future uploads, etc., and for two major reasons I am going to be going on an indefinite hiatus in regards to regular uploads on this channel. Now, I know some people may not care, they might have just wanted the announcement out there, so, they know there's not going to be regular Transformers videos, unsubscribe, whatever, and that's okay, but for those who have been following the channel for a little while now, I figured I should give some of the details. The most pressing and important reason is that, as I've mentioned in a previous video of mine, I do plan on going back to school, college, within the next months, probably the spring semester, and I want to be able to basically put all of my effort into my studies and then my job on the side to make sure there's nothing that's getting in the way. I don't feel like I need to go and do videos or anything like that. I can dedicate all my energies toward my job and education. This wouldn't be a problem if I did my job and I did the schoolwork and then it was like coming home and having this hobby, and it was basically like a total leisure time. I record the videos and that's what I do for enjoyment. But at this point, I don't know, I've just really lost interest in the channel as a hobby. And some of this just has to do with becoming an adult, getting older, and thinking about what I actually want to spend my time on. Do I actually want to spend time on, making these videos, keeping up with the movie news, when as far as the movies go, I'm not really interested at this point, especially with a lot of the new Transformers 5 news we're getting. It just doesn't seem like something I want to invest this much time into, especially once, you get into studying more and, focusing on your job. You kind of look at your free time and think, what do you actually want to spend it on? And for me, it's, stuff that I honestly enjoy, and at this point I'm like not super interested in the franchise. I think some of it just is, like I said, getting older, kind of moving on to different things. I mean, usually when I'm into, I don't know, a band or something like that, I might be really into a certain type of music for about a year, then kind of move on, listen to some of those songs again, but find another new band that I'm really into, and that eventually fades out too. Over the past 2 years, I've been focusing the channel entirely on Transformers, and I've kind of gotten bored out of it, to be honest. I really don't feel like there's a whole lot for me to say. Yeah, I mean, we always do get the news about the new figures and the movies, but I mean, it's pretty much, Bayformers isn't that great. Hopefully we get something kind of cool out of it. I feel like I've been a lot nicer on the new figures than I actually feel, but I don't want to be too harsh, but that's kind of another thing. I don't really feel like I can be honest, because if I were, I'd probably rip apart a lot of the new figures, and that isn't to be mean, that's just my personal opinions. I'm not really crazy about the Titans Return figures, the Combiner Wars line either. It's less exciting to get them. A lot of the third-party stuff is much better than, Hasbro's main stuff. So, I mean, overall, I just think the franchise has been really plummeting from where it used to be when I grew up, and it's just kind of hard to stay interested. They don't really enhance my life at this point. I mean, I'm even looking at just the number of figures I have. I think it's close to 500. And thinking, how much do these enhance my life? I don't really play with them anymore. Unfortunately, I haven't made stop motions with them, created stories or anything, so they just kind of sit on my shelf or sit in boxes. There are a few that are fun to pull out and transform back and forth when I'm watching TV or something like that, but how many of them are really contributing to my life and how much enjoyment I'm getting out of that? Going along with the new figures, they just don't. Some of the ones like the Energon figures are still really cool. They're just nice toys to look at. They're a lot of fun, like Slug Slinger, Demolisher, Snowcat. These newer ones, though, I can't really get into them. Even with the ones that are cool, I feel like I've kind of exhausted everything I have to say about certain topics. I like certain figures. They're cool, give reasons for them. I like the variety in designs, the color schemes, the overall feel of the figures, all that kind of stuff. And, that's all there really is to say. The newer figures, they have much more boring designs. They're recreations of the same characters over and over again. They're really simplistic in regards to transformation. and they don't feel nearly as quality. Even in regards to other media, I feel kind of like I've said everything I'd want to say. Beast Wars is really cool. I still really enjoy watching reruns of that to this day. Beast Machines, most people don't like it. I thought it was a great show. Bayformers, on the other hand, tends not to be so good, and there's nothing really to say beyond that. I mean, I would like to do a video sometime, like a written out, in-depth, nicely compiled video where I analyze Bayformers and what exactly makes it the way it is. And in general, on a surface level, I don't really feel like there's a whole lot to say, and with all the news videos, I'm not really saying a whole lot. It's just kind of, oh, we have this. As I said, with a lot of other things, I kind of get interested in them, and then it fades out and there's something else. I mean, this happens with movies, for example, and it would be really cool if Transformers was constantly giving us like news stories. Like one year we might, I don't know, have something like Combiner Wars, but then the next year we get something like Trans Tech, then we get movie-style Transformers, just always doing really different stuff. I definitely read things like Last Stand of the Wreckers when it comes out. I recommend reading that to anyone, but overall, there's not like a whole lot that I'm interested in that's still coming out. So there it was, kind of rambly and all over the place, but I think that covers a lot of the reasons. Basically, it's still something that's cool, but I'm not into it enough to like keep producing regular content and in-depth stuff. It'd be more like, if I want to do a retrospective on Transformers Armada one day, what it was like collecting the toys and watching the TV show and how I look at it now, maybe one day I would write out that video, spend a lot of time writing it, editing it, recording it to make sure it sounds really good, do stuff that's a lot more polished than my current videos, and upload something like that. But altogether, the regular news stuff, I'm just not that interested to keep doing it as a hobby. And that kind of goes for figure reviews too. I actually really do enjoy doing the figure reviews. It's just that I'm not really good enough at them where I can do them really quickly. There's a lot of editing involved, and it's very time consuming. It's just, once again, do I want to be spending all of my time doing that? And for right now, I don't think I want to. Now, as far as future stuff, as far as other YouTube channels, I do plan on doing other YouTube channels. I had mentioned a while back that I do plan on doing a list channel eventually, and that's something that I've been kind of working on throughout the months, and it's something I really enjoy so far. But with a channel like that, or any future channels, it's not going to be like regular uploads. It's just going to be something I do on the side for fun. Not something I'd be relying on for income or anything like that either. Not that this channel, that was really ever the case. But with the list channel, for example, I want it to be purely a hobby where I can spend the time creating videos about things that I really enjoy, because with a list channel, I can jump all over the place with topics and that kind of stuff. Find something that really interests me at the time, research it, research a bunch of cases of it, and write out the listing, then record it, and just make something that's very dense, full of information, and upload those occasionally. And people follow the channel, that would be cool, but it's not going to be something I'm looking at to like upload regularly or make a career out of or anything like that. Basically, I'd like to make videos that are something I can watch a few years down the road and I still enjoy them, and that the making process of them was also enjoyable. It can be a hobby type of thing. Whereas with this channel, at least for me, going back, I don't find many of my videos rewatchable. They're just kind of like pop videos on the latest thing that's coming out and stuff. And there are a lot of channels that do that. It's just not really something I'm interested in at this point. It's just kind of like some news comes out and give some thoughts on it. And to me, yeah, I mean, it does get some more views, but I'd much rather make videos that are on topics that are a lot more interesting to me. So I think most people follow pretty exclusively for the Transformers news, but hey, if anyone out there is just interested in what I'm up to for whatever reason, you can follow me on Twitter. I'll probably post on there a little bit more regularly, just to keep active and do it for fun on the side. And I'll let you guys know if I ever get any of those other channels going. But for this video, I think that's all I have to say. Sorry if this comes off as a little bit of a surprise to some of you guys, if you're kind of disappointed. I mean, you can feel free to unsubscribe. There's not going to be many more regular uploads, so thanks to everyone who watched the videos. I obviously didn't know everyone, so I'm not going to throw out one of those, oh, I love all of you guys, but thanks for the views. And there were some people in particular, obviously, who kept up with the videos, and it was fun interacting with, especially with the Q&As and all of that. For me, it did get kind of old eventually, but it was fun while it lasted, and thanks for sticking around. I hope you guys find other cool channels to follow. There are probably some other channels that do commentary on Transformers news that is a little bit more concise, and to anyone who is super into Transformers, definitely a lot of people in my comment section seem to really enjoy it. Hey, if you guys have the time, why not try to start up a YouTube channel and do some commentary of your own, especially if you're older and you do really enjoy these types of videos and you think you'd enjoy doing them. Why not try to do them and monetize some, make some additional income? Anyways, that's about all I have to say for now. Thanks to everyone who watched. I hope you guys enjoy the upcoming months and Transformers 5 and all of that. And that's all I have to say for now, so have a good one.